back to the Go Gently YouTube channel. There has been a little bit of a break in content as we have been filming Go Gently's very own TV show, which went incredibly well. We shot all across California and Oregon, meeting a variety of brilliant and incredible people all working in the climate movement to sort of steward their landscape, their local environments, and enhance kind of community connection. So we had an incredible time doing that, and I cannot wait to put it all together and find a home for it on a streaming platform and share it with you at some point. But you may have heard through sharing on Instagram that Andrew and I are having a baby. We are very, very excited, coming later this year. And as you can imagine, I'm sure if you've been a parent yourself, there's lots of different things to navigate when having a baby. Choices you make for the birth of the baby, your pregnancy, and then all the things that the baby needs once they're born. So obviously, as always, I've been really trying to think how we can go as gently as possible when making all these choices. And really, I've been using a lot of the same tools that I outline in Go Gently book, just about how we navigate consumer choices, how we think about the materials things are made of, the living conditions those were made of, how far away they've come from, and also the afterlife of those products, if you're buying things new or secondhand. For me even, there has been moments where I've obviously been growing and not fitting it into my clothes as much, and you know, there have been moments where I'm like, oh my god, do I need to buy a whole new wardrobe? I don't fit into my clothes. And there can be some frustrating days where nothing is working, and then other days where you find your groove and you find an outfit from what you already have that works well with a growing belly. I'll admit I did invest in these maternity jeans that have some like elastic on the side. They're from a brand called Hatch. I bought those for the Go Gently TV show because I knew I needed some other sort of trousers that were a bit smarter than always wearing kind of track pants, and it was still really cold when we were shooting, so I needed something that was going to be warm. With the spring climate coming through, I've been able to wear more sort of flowy, looser dresses. That has been so nice, so I'm very excited for summer, even though I'm probably going to complain that I'm too hot in the middle of summer, but anyway. But yeah, it's been a wild and humbling experience being pregnant, just leaning into my intuition and sort of feeling out what's right in how to nourish my body, move my body, and also the sort of choices that we're making around our kind of plan when it comes to our birth. But anyway, on to newborn things. Now I'll stress before I dive into all these products that I am a very, very baby early parent. Both Andrew and I are, so I'm sure everyone has great ideas out there. If you have any things that you want to share around kind of environmentally friendly and sort of low toxic kind of products when it comes to babies, then please do share. And I think what's so important to stress too is every baby is different and every parent is different. And I'm just going to share the things that I've been led and drawn to, but this really is such a personal thing, and I've learned that even more just from speaking to friends and how different one child of theirs could be to the next, and how we all make different choices based on our lifestyles, what we have access to. So I'm just sharing some things that I have been drawn to because this is a whole new topic, an exciting topic for me. It's hard to not kind of share it with you when it comes to relating it to the environment, as obviously all the choices that I make in life I try and make as mindfully when it comes to protecting our planet and myself, my community, and making it be a healthy, livable world. So let's start with clothes. Beautiful, cute clothes. There are so many beautiful, adorable clothing out there, and there's so many great brands doing great things right now when it comes to the sourcing of their materials. You know, just like when we choose our own clothes, or when I definitely choose mine, I'm always trying to buy natural fibers. So this is just cotton, for instance, because our skin is one of our largest organs, and it really does, you know, affect us, what we're absorbing in our day-to-day, and also the kind of wear and tear of those items. And also when it comes to washing our clothes, when we obviously wash clothes that are made of natural fibers, the shedding that happens when these clothes kind of wash and wash around the washing machine, the shedding of the microfibers that come off the fabrics, if they are made from, let's say, cotton, we will know that eventually that will biodegrade in the water system. Unlike lycra polyester type clothing that shed microplastics that will never ever disappear, and they are everywhere in our ocean. And so I'm obviously hyper aware of how important and great it is to use natural fibers. They are also just I find way easier to take care of and wash and dry out in the sun when it's warm. So these are some clothes that I have bought. I must admit, I literally just bought these in the last 2 days. May seem a bit early to buy clothes, but I don't think so, because I wanted to share them with you here, and it's just a very exciting new chapter. So I tried to look for some clothes that are all made from sort of cotton or bamboo. And so I'll just walk you through some brands I looked at. This one's called Colored Organics. This one is made with soft organic cotton, sustainably produced, ethically made. So this brand had really cute colors. This is kind of like a nice, I don't know, brownie orange. Then this brand is called Mori. It's actually an English brand, and this is made from a mix of 70% bamboo, 30% organic cotton. The baby's gonna be born when it's still quite warm, so I thought it might need some cooler outfits. Unlike this slightly more warm outfit, this one has also a mixture of organic cotton and bamboo, but it does have a 5% elastane, so pretty low content when it comes to a non-natural fiber, but I am okay with that. And then this brand is called Loved Baby, and this is all made from organic cotton. And a lot of friends advise me to get things that have like a zip from the foot to the body, because they just said don't get stuff with like too complicated sort of fastenings, because you're just going to be so tired when you're sort of changing your baby. So I very much have been leaning on friends for advice. It's been so helpful to hear from friends like, what do I really need? Like, tell me what I need and tell me the things that you bought that you definitely did not need. And it's so great to hear. Again, obviously everyone's different, but it's been really great to lean on that knowledge of parents. So there's some new things I've bought when it's come to clothing, and I'm really going to stick to these kind of casual outfits, because I've been told again by friends they really don't need kind of outing, outwear type clothing when they're younger. You're just going to be living in these kind of little outfits, and you're mainly going to be, we're going to hopefully be at home just in our little cocoon for the first kind of 40 days or so. So really opting to just get casual stuff and not waste too much money. So then you also have the beautiful world of secondhand clothing when it comes to babies. Later today we're going to go out to some local thrift stores. I feel like nothing beats going to your local charity shop or thrift store and finding some things in your local area when it comes to secondhand things, but I've also been exploring lots of great websites online when it comes to secondhand baby clothes. I've yet to buy any of these clothes, but I've definitely been saving and tabbing some ones on my laptop. So I wanted to share that 2 brands I've been looking at is a brand called Kidizen. I'll sort of show you my screen and get a bit technical here. So this is Kidizen. As you can see, I'm looking at baby clothes. Andrew and I have decided not to find out if we're having a girl or a boy. I think what's just most important to us is the baby is healthy, and we just feel like we don't want to project anything onto who they are before they've even showed their self to the world and to us. So we are not going to find out if they're a girl or a boy. Whoever their identity is, we are just so happy to welcome them to the world. But obviously with clothing there are things that like societally we accept to be more inherently feminine or masculine. So it's been kind of cool to be just notice where I maybe have some societal kind of like rigidity or binary when it comes to clothing, and how I can be more open when it comes to choosing our clothing. So this is Kidizen, lots of cute little things here, different brands that I recognize from things that I've been looking at. Just been really looking at 0 to 3 months, and then some I guess 3 months to 6 months, but maybe we can just take that as it comes. And then another website we've been looking on is the Failsafe Etsy. I feel like from what I've been finding on Etsy, there's some great cool vintage pieces that just feel like they're from different eras in time, and they're just colorful and fun and exciting. But I feel like Etsy's gonna be more beneficial when they get a bit older, when they are wearing these outfits for going outside. So I felt like Etsy could be a bit better for that. Now let's move on to what is under the clothing, which is of course the diaper, or what I grew up calling them, a nappy. So these are cloth diapers. So literally the exact same if you ever use sort of reusable, washable period underwear. It's the exact same but for babies. And obviously this is not a new invention. We're really remembering ways of the past, but maybe making them a little bit more ergonomic and better made with the technicalities that we have and the fabrics we have these days. So this is a brand called Assembly. We're looking at this brand, and we also were looking at ones called Grow Via, so we'll probably get a combination. And essentially, yeah, they just have little poppers on. And they have, some brands have these as like separate inserts, or you can get like additional inserts for kind of more absorbency. But essentially, put this on your baby, and then you can also put the kind of cover on it, which has got this nice little green one. I'm not gonna do all the poppers up because I'm not bothered, but essentially that goes around. I'm doing a really bad job of it, but essentially that's kind of the outer layer if you want. Or I was thinking, could you just let them wear the inner layer while they're at home? Unsure. This is a whole new world for me, but I'm so pleased that there are things out there that can help me to waste less. Obviously disposable diapers, so much of them, there's so many used every day. They end up in landfills and most of the time they are made from plastic derived fabrics. However, there are a lot of great brands out in the market that are doing, I think one's called Diaper, one's called, I think, Honest, who are doing way better disposable diapers when it comes to what they're made of and making them more biodegradable. I think there are also brands that will like pick up diapers and like make sure that they're properly disposed of correctly. So we are going to be definitely doing a mixture of cloth diapers and disposable diapers. I am not going to lie that I'm going to think that, oh yeah, I'm going to have loads of time to do everything. So I'm going to make sure that we have flexibility and freedom to not just be inherently like, no, we're only using cloth diapers, and have the disposable ones at hand for just moments when we're in a rush or we're out somewhere and we just forgot to bring another diaper or something like that. However, I am excited by the fact that we are going to be creating a lot less waste when it comes to these. And again, when it comes to the clothing and these, just really thinking about choosing really biologically friendly laundry detergent that is good for the planet and the water system, but also for the baby, and making sure that it's really kind of simple, natural, and unscented. So now let's move on to the big world of all the gear you need. Oh my gosh, it's overwhelming. I'm like, you have cribs, bassinets, strollers, car seats, rockers, all these things. So let's start with the car seat. We are luckily getting a hand-me-down from Andrew's sister Jessica. Her youngest, Hank, has grown out of his infant car seat, so we will be very luckily and kindly getting that hand-me-down of that car seat, which is great, so thank you, Jess. Maybe you have some friends you know, if you are pregnant or you're thinking about having a baby, maybe tell friends, hey, like, save your stuff, remember me, and I'll happily take the hand-me-down. So I've been telling friends that too. So the car seat brand's called Britax. And we have been looking actually at a company of strollers that are called Nuna strollers, and I have learned that you can connect a car seat to a stroller, which just makes it so much easier. You can kind of easily just take them in and out of the car without kind of waking them up and putting them into a different stroller. However, if you want a combination of different brands, there seems to be sort of adapters that can allow you to do combos, which is kind of good. I feel like a lot of the time people just make you only buy one brand. So that's really cool. So we're gonna get an adapter for the Britax car seat to go into a stroller company that we've been looking at called Nuna, which is great. So I've been looking for those on secondhand. So we actually went in person to a Nordstrom, which is like a big department store, to look at some strollers in person. I feel like you're looking online and you're like, what am I looking at? I don't know the difference between this model and this model. They look exactly the same. So it was great to go into a department store. We didn't buy anything that day, but we just looked around and kind of felt them, folded them down, just felt out the thing. It was very fun to do. And so we found a model of a Nuna stroller that we liked for now. But then I've also been looking for it on OfferUp, which has been a great app. I've been finding lots of stuff. I've used OfferUp a lot in the past, so it's been great to see that there are lots of things when it comes to baby stuff. In fact, I've been speaking to this lady on OfferUp about a cute little baby rocker that I had my eye on a website called Charlie Crane. But I was thinking, oh, this is so cute, but could I find it secondhand? And I did. I found the exact model I wanted on OfferUp, and this person is really not that far away. Let's actually see if she replied to me. Are you ready? Oh, okay, yes. Oh my God. Yes, that works. I can meet at 2. Yay! This will be like the first piece of like nursery furniture we have. How exciting. Okay, cool. Thanks so much. Okay. Well, cool. We'll go and collect that when we go out to the thrift stores to look at some clothing. Okay, sorry, I'm getting like so exciting that I'm speaking so fast. Let's rewind. Okay, so you've got cribs, you've got bassinets, you've got little lounger things, you've got different ideas. So they won't need a crib for the first couple of months. We are gonna have them sleeping in our room just so it's way more easy and accessible to feed them in the middle of the night, breastfeed them, and just to have them close to us. I feel like, imagine you're in your mum's belly for 9 months and then you're separated from them. So we've been leaning into, you know, the different stuff and reading and education we've done around sleeping and baby sleeping. We feel that we want them as close as possible to us. We've also been exploring, so 2 different options, either having them in like a little bassinet, like a Moses basket type thing, by our bed, or we've also been exploring the world of co-sleeping, which many people are gonna have lots of different opinions on. I feel like we've been told so many different things over time, but I've been really looking at different research on it and reading some great books and getting some professional advice on that. And we're really interested in trying co-sleeping or the sleeping beside us in a bassinet. So that means that we won't really need a crib for probably 3-6+ months maybe. So we're not gonna buy the crib yet. There is also a chance that Jessica will also be giving us a hand-me-down crib, so we're gonna hold off buying anything when it comes to a crib just yet. We don't really need that yet. And I feel like it would be great to be able to make some choices once we actually have the baby and we feel it out, rather than getting everything now when it's all kind of this unknown to us. So, but what I will look into is the kind of different things that you need for co-sleeping or the bassinet and kind of explore those things. So we're still exploring those and I'll let you know how we go with the choices there. So right now our laundry room, which was a kid's bedroom because it has 2 kind of built-in bunk beds, will eventually become the baby's room. So I think we'll slowly begin to kind of make that into the baby's room, but because they're going to be being with us for a long time, I don't know if I'm going to do like a massive overhaul on that room, but maybe I will a bit, because once we have the baby, maybe we won't have time to do any kind of decorating in that room. So gonna keep it painted white, like the whole house, apart from these walls, but definitely explore some different furniture that we need. For instance, some like extra dressers to just store their clothing, and also changing table. So rather than buy a specific changing table, I like the idea of buying a piece of furniture that can be a changing table, but then after the baby's out of diapers, you can take the changing mat away and it's just a nice piece of furniture that we can still own. So I've been looking at some nice vintage dressers for our room because we actually need some more storage and like a surface to change the baby on. So I've been looking at some different things on OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace when it comes to that. And then actually later today I'm gonna collect some paint samples. There's an English paint brand called Farrow & Ball that just has like the most beautiful colors. So I'm gonna pop by to one of those showrooms today, like a paint showroom, and just get like a color sample and start looking at colors. I haven't actually found the vintage dresser yet that I've loved. I'm gonna check out later when we go to thrift stores one like vintage furniture shop I found, but I'm not sure if they're gonna have the stuff I need, but let's check it out. So probably a big dresser in our room and then a smaller dresser in the baby's room, and then eventually building things over time when it comes to the furniture that's needed. But anyway, before I ramble anymore, let's get outside and go and find and explore some thrift stores in the local area and see what we find. And also go pick up this cute little baby rocker. Okay, well they didn't have much in there on the baby front, so we will go to the next shop. Okay, I just got my beautiful OfferUp purchase. I met Stephanie here to buy this lovely rocking chair that I had been looking at new on this website. It's Charlie Crane is the company, but I wanted to see if I could find it secondhand first before buying it new, and I did. And it's so cute. I love these little things. I can't believe it. This is the first piece of like furniture that I have got for the little nursery. So we'll load this up. Just got back from the thrift store, going through the cool items that I got. So many outfits, they're all $1 each, which I love. So these are some nice warmer outfits as we go into winter. I got some other nice little full outfits. This one was organic cotton, which is great. This little one with a kind of fox detail on it. This little kind of sleep suit that sort of got no legs, but that's a vibe. Okay. 2 t-shirts. This one was a little cute red one, and this one had a little elephant on it. so many things, lots of like different pants and shorts and a cute little hat. We also got 2 books, but I'm going to put all these through the wash, make them nice and clean, and then find them a place. We haven't yet really, I mean, essentially there's a little room that currently is kind of our laundry room, but that'll actually become the baby's bedroom. It has 2 bunk beds in it, which is cute for obviously when they grow up. But that will eventually be kind of their room and where we store things. But to be honest, for the first like 3 to 6 months, they're probably gonna live in this room with us. So we'll probably have most of the clothes like accessible, probably just in a dresser here, because we won't really have that many things for them. The other thing is there's so many different things that I've been looking at to see if I could make them myself. So I was going through my box of kind of fabrics that I keep. Some things in here are like things that need to be mended. But here's some nice leftover fabric that my brother dyed that for leftover from the cushions he made around our living room. And I also have this fabric that's a really nice kind of I forgot what you call this, like a washed kind of muslin linen. And I had actually planned to make myself some like washcloths with this to sort of take off my makeup, wash my face, but I never got around to that. So now it's gonna be washcloths for the baby. So at first I was gonna dye these, like do like a natural dye. But I'm just wondering if I'm washing them a lot, as you probably do with baby clothes, I wonder if that dye will just kind of fade too much. So that's definitely a project that I will catch you up on, whether I dye that. But either way, I'm definitely going to be making some little washcloths out of that. And yeah, I was trying to think imaginatively how I could use different things like this. Like, this is a really nice piece of fabric I got in Guatemala. I was wondering maybe I could make some sort of like quilted blanket. I've seen a thing where rather than like quilts in sections, just to create that thick quilted feeling of a blanket, you basically can sew in and out just in sort of lines with thick kind of thread. So I was wondering if I could make kind of a blanket from that, because I really like this fabric. I also thought maybe I could sew, like I've been looking at these different videos on YouTube as well of different things that you can do, sewing projects for babies, and one was either like a little toy to attach to like a pacifier, or what I would call a dummy as an English person, or another thing which is a toy called a lovey, I think people seem to call it, where basically it's kind of like a blanket with a little bit of a tiny toy on it, sort of for really younger kids before they're really playing with bigger toys. So I'm going to try and make one of those, or each of those. So I was thinking this could be a cute fabric for that, potentially. So yeah, these are all very much work in progress projects, but I'll catch you up on those and let you know how they go. I was just home in London and I discovered so many of my handkerchief collection in my old bedroom at my parents' house, and it just made me think that I definitely want to, as I do already, use handkerchiefs to sort of clean up messes instead of disposable paper towels or tissues when I'm on the go. So they could be great burp cloths for the baby, or just to keep them in my bag while we're out in case any spills happen, and then you can just wash them. I also found a couple more of these at my parents' house. I was using them previously for cleaning my face, like instead of disposable face wipes. So I'm thinking of doing the exact same when it comes to diaper changing and cleaning, instead of using disposable wipes that never really biodegrade in landfill, using reusable ones with water. This is the paint company I mentioned. I picked up a nice sample of paint colors that they have. So many wonderful colors. The intention behind this was to find a color to paint the secondhand dresser. When I actually find the secondhand dresser, to paint that will become sort of essentially like a changing table and add a little bit of color to their room. It's definitely going to be difficult to decide. That's a nice green. I think there was also another blue I like. Oh, I also like this one. This green blue is pretty. Thinking some type of green would be nice. Some friends have already been giving us some lovely books. These ones come from Andrew's sister. That one from my friend Mia. This one from my friend Lucy. And then we also bought these really beautiful books when we were at Kew Gardens in London. Obviously we live under lots of trees, so I thought it'd be fun to find a little tree book. And then this one was all about woodland sounds. which they'll hear anyway from outside their window, but thought it was a cute little book. All of this looks like an absolute mess, but it's making me so excited. This is a very cute toy that Andrew and I invested in this really beautiful old toy shop we found in Brussels. I was just there for work and we just think it had such character, and everything in the shop was just so well made and beautifully made. For instance, this toy says, let's find the details. Yeah, so this company's called Sanger. It's made in Germany. The products are handmade, organically grown cotton wool and mohair. The filling is pure lamb's wool. So I love that it's all just made out of natural fibers, and yeah. See, I love that it's all made out of natural fibers and they're just pretty cute. Hello. Okay, thanks for watching my video. I see you soon. Bye. Okay, I'm Mr. Fox and I'm going to say thank you so much. Okay, well, it's bye from Mr. Fox and I am getting very excited to welcome in this cute little baby and all the wonderful, playful, joyous things we'll get to do together, like read books and play with these toys and make up funny stories for them. Okay, thank you for watching the video and have a beautiful rest of your Sunday. Bye!